So the other day we signed a 2K per month retainer plus 15% commission client for our info product sales funnel agency. Our main outreach method for the past 2 to 3 months was cold emails. And that's also where that client came from. Now, making cold email work was a lot of trial and error, but we eventually found a strategy that books us 5 to 7 sales calls per week from less than 700 leads. If you're a beginner level copywriter, then that might sound like a lot for you right now, but trust me, it isn't. Our campaign consistently hits an over 11% reply rate, and around 40% of these replies are positive ones like these. And the best thing about our cold email system is it runs completely on autopilot. The only thing we have to do manually is handle replies and book sales calls from that. So in this video, I want to give you 5 main mistakes that most people who aren't getting results with cold emails make, and what you need to do differently in order to get similar results like me. So it doesn't matter if you're a copywriter, agency owner, or any other type of freelancer or service-based business, this video will be elementary for you if you're looking to onboard a few more 2K per month retainer client in the next couple of weeks or months. Definitely make sure to stick to the end of the video because I'll give you some free resources around outreach there. And if you haven't already, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like these. Hit the like button, share the video, you know the drill. So let's get started. Mistake number 1 is most people, they don't do enough volume when it comes to cold emails. They do 30 to 50 cold emails a day at max, maybe even less than that, maybe 10 to 20. They make it super personalized, but that is actually the biggest mistake that you're making because your cold email system needs to run on autopilot. And so you need to do a lot of volume and send out a lot of emails to a lot of people because then you can maximize your results and then you can also scale. Look at it from a perspective of, I might get a 10% reply rate. And so if I get a 10% reply rate on these leads and I just get more of these leads and send out more emails per day and do more volume, I'll get more replies because the rate is the same, but the number will go up because my input is higher, but my output will be higher as well. And so I will be booking much more meetings and closing more clients if I just pump up the volume. So what I recommend here is do at least 500 emails per day, if not even 1,000. 1,000 would be optimal, but the more the better really. So if you can do 500 emails per day, then do 500 emails per day. Otherwise, don't expect to get really good results with cold email. Mistake number 2 is many people write way too long and too generic emails. And if that's you, then definitely stop doing that because your emails should be around 3 to 4 sentences at max and maybe around like 50 to 100 words. It should really be a very short and small email so that if someone opens it, they can read it in like 20 seconds at max. And then after that, they can make a decision and be like, yo, this sounds interesting. I want to do something like that. Let's get on a call. Because quite frankly, nobody will open your email and see like a block of text like that and will be like, yes, I want to read that. I want to know what that is about. Please let me waste my time. And if that doesn't work out, then I just wasted 5 minutes of my day. And most people don't think like that. Definitely make sure to make it really short and sweet and to the point because attention span nowadays is very short. Mistake number 3 is most people have a dog shit offer. Most of the time, their offer is either way too vague. It's something like, let me do your thumbnails for you on YouTube. Or it is something where there's no benefit applied, where it's like, let me do your thumbnails for you on YouTube and then no benefit. You always want to make sure you get a benefit for people working with you. And so it's like, if I do your thumbnails for you, you will get a much higher click-through rate. Let's say you will get from a 5% to a 15% click-through rate, or you'll get more views. So you'll go from average 1,000 views per video to 2,000 or 3,000 views per video in like 30 days. Something like that, where there's a tangible result and a benefit implied to me working with you. Because if there's no result for me, why should I work with you in the first place? I need someone who not is just a time saver, and that goes for especially copywriters out there. Many copywriters are just time saver copywriters, how Hussein and I like to call it. And all they do is just write generic and the same shitty copy that the client would write, but at least they're saving their client time. But that's not what you want to do. You want to get your client results. You want to basically make your client more money and get him more growth and business growth and whatever. That is where you need a benefit applied. And then there are some people who don't actually have an offer at all, where it's just like, hey, I saw you don't have a paid community. Let's hop on a call and talk about how we can change that. It's like, what's even the offer here? You want to have a clear offer of, I can help you with this, get to this result in this time. And then you either want to have a low risk offer. So that is something like either you have a guarantee where it's like you get your full money back, or they only pay on results, or they only do commission or something like that. Because otherwise people won't just throw a 2K retainer at you because they don't know you. First, you want to get them on the call with a brain dead solid offer. And then on the call, you want to close them on your offer. And then people will get to know you better. They will be actually much more open to pay you a 2K per month retainer. But otherwise that won't be possible. So my tip here is sit down and create an irresistible offer for your service. So as a copywriter, there would be something like, I can help you get get 5 more new clients for your online coaching program in the next 6 weeks guaranteed. And if I don't, then you don't pay a single penny. And now that is a very, very short message and a very short offer, but you can run that for your cold emails, you can run that for your cold DMs, and then just do it in volume. And then simply because the offer has a benefit implied, it has a timeline, so it's something predictable for the client, and it actually gives them a risk reversal, kind of a guarantee. So people will be like, damn, I'll be stupid if I don't take this offer because this is a win for me. Because quite frankly, your offer is the single most important part of your email. It doesn't matter what you do. If your offer isn't on point, then your cold email will just suck. People won't open it, people won't reply to that, because you really need a really, really good offer in 2024. Times where you can just send out a cold email and be like, I'm a professional copywriter and I can write 4 emails a week for you for $2,000 per month. Those times are over. People are being bombarded with cold emails daily, and so you need to stand out by having a great offer that people will be like, oh, this is nice, I want to actually see what this is about. And then mistake number 4 is most people aren't really being human in their email. It more sounds robotic or sounds like you've written something from ChatGPT. And I can throw in a couple examples here on the screen. By the way, if you would like me to break down a few cold emails from either you guys or some other people who I get messaged every day and kind of tell you what the mistakes are and what to do better, then let me know and I will create a complete video where I break down a few cold emails and give you a few examples of what really good emails are so that you have a better understanding of that. But basically what I mean by that is people don't really get to the point. They talk in a very vague way where it's like, hey, I've seen you in a video and you are doing wonderful, and I thought I'd just reach out, and then they just tell their whole life story, and then they say something cheesy like, let's take your business to the moon and stuff like that, where it's like, what the fuck does that even mean? Nobody talks like that. You want to talk in a cold email, you want to talk like you talk to your friend. You want to talk like you would talk to someone who's an actual human being. People don't like that. People don't like these cheesy types of ways, and I can spot a ChatGPT email just from looking at one sentence, right? I can just have a first glance with like within 5 seconds, I can see that this is written from ChatGPT and not from a real human being. So stop using ChatGPT for your cold emails, right? Those are very short emails. You just need to sit down and write a whole email sequence at once, which maybe costs you like 1 to 2 hours, and then you automate it and just run it on autopilot. So don't use ChatGPT for that. It's not a good help. Sit down. And my tip here is visualize yourself talking to a friend or someone you actually know, using the words that people actually use in their language and in their day-to-day lives. Like English speaking people, if I talk to Hussein, I'll be like, hey bro, there's this new solid offer, I do this and that, are you interested? Let's hop on a call, I can get you these results. Boom. And that's your cold email. You don't want to make it like super cheesy, super fancy with analogies and all those things. You just want to make it short, to the point, and actually talk like a human being talking to another human being. And then the 5th and final mistake, and this is a huge one because this one costed me lots of sales calls. When we were starting cold emails a couple months ago, we were doing it for a couple weeks and we only booked like 1 call per week at max, but we were even doing more volume than we're doing right now, where we get 5 to 7 calls per week. And the reason for that was we were targeting the wrong leads. So either you're reaching out to low quality leads, or you're reaching out to leads that are already oversaturated, who have seen your offer like a million times and who won't go for that, or maybe just people who are broke and not a good fit in general. So what you want to do instead is you want to have a really, really solid lead generation system, and your lead generation system also needs to be automated just like your cold email system. Because you can't possibly, if you're sending out 500 emails per day, you can't possibly scrape or find 500 different emails manually every day. That is just impossible. And so you need an automated system. And what you can do is you can use lead scraping tools like Apollo.io, or you can do it. What I did is I hired a cheap VA from Upwork who would scrape leads for me for $20. She would do 2,000 leads. So it's still somewhat more expensive, but it's actually something where I know that these leads are qualified because I'm giving her a system, and then she just uses that system, right? I gave her instructions on how to find those leads, and then I know that those leads are really qualified because she'll be looking at different things within an Instagram profile or something like that, and then she knows that those leads are qualified, and based on that I know that my leads also are qualified. And now, as you're probably a copywriter right now watching this, and probably you're also at the beginning stages, you're not really familiar with all this cold email system stuff, definitely I would recommend you go into cold emails if you're looking to scale and get more higher ticket clients. But in the beginning, if you're not looking to invest hundreds of dollars every month, because cold emails can really cost you quite a lot, then I would recommend you use Upwork, because that's where I also got most of my 90% of my copywriting clients. That's where I signed Ty Lopez. That's where I made a consistent $4,000 to $5,000 per month last year from it, before I switched to the agency / copywriting agency route. Now I'd like to just give you the chance to click the link in my description, opt in for the free Upwork training, training, because that's where I show you exactly what I did to sign all those clients from Upwork, most of them even without hopping on the sales call. Like 90% of my clients, I didn't even talk to them before working with them, even Tai Lopez. I share that in my free training, so make sure you check it out in the description below, watch it, and then on the back of that, there's also a great offer for a program that I run. We're getting really good results. Some of our students are making 3 to 4K per month as well, only solely from Upwork as copywriters. So no cold IG DMs, no other gimmicks or something like that. So make sure to check that out. If you liked the video, definitely make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share it with another copywriting friend who might need this, and I'll see you in the next one.